Welcome back to the Dropouts Podcast. You're here with your host, Moss Sinclair, and to the left of me, we got the one, the only.
It's your boy, Bleezy. How y'all doing? Thanks for tuning in today. We got another very special person here today.
It's me, it's Matthew.
Then we got the man, the myth, the legend.
Miles Gooch on the mic.
Miles Gooch.
How goes it, brother? It's been a long time.
It has been, but glad to be here. Thanks for the invite. Catch up with you guys.
Yeah, bro.
Glad to have you.
Yeah, I feel like I was like in high school, probably the last time we would have been around each other.
No,
Now we're
thanks.
men. Look at us.
For real.
That's another thing to talk about is this adult life.
Yeah, bro, you married as hell.
Married, got a kid.
Family, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you had a
kid.
Yeah.
How was your kid?
He doubling up.
Doubling up 202 is going to be crazy.
202.
Wow.
January 28th is the due date.
I'm a January baby.
I'm going to have a boy. Well,
Congrats.
Hell yeah.
Kings are born in January, I guess.
For real.
Yeah.
It's that cold weather. I was just telling, like, it's funny. Just as soon as the temperature dropped, I started thinking about Game of Thrones and shit.
It looks like you're getting ready for it, too.
Fall yesterday.
It's hard.
And,
That is a
I'm
dope
layered
ass.
up. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You guys watch Game of Thrones?
Nah, I've heard great things. I know what
If
it
you ever
entails.
got the time. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And then
I started
I got to
it.
be
I
ready
just haven't
for it.
finished it yet.
I can't watch it. I be like trying to conquer land and shit. It be making me like aggressive.
I told him he's got to get further
Brings out
into
them
it.
primal instincts.
You need to see how it goes, and then you
No,
might
I
change
see.
your mind.
Nah, I see how it goes, and that's why
Oh,
I'm like, I
facts.
gotta stop.
Because
Because like,
check myself.
because
now.
I feel like I could learn from their mistakes, and I be still trying to run it, you know?
Next week, you got 2 bedrooms instead of the one in the house.
Right.
I did get kind of like fascinated and like looking into the characters and shit, and just being like, how did you fuck up? You could have had it together. You could have.
It's not too late.
Right.
It's not too late.
Now they did say like that show is not like a traditional show. Like main characters are dying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No one's
that
safe.
shit was out of pocket.
No one's safe.
Like nobody's safe. Like you don't know who's gonna be next season.
I love it. I love it. Honestly, I was just
That's
like,
pretty cool.
there was one time like my girl was like, "Are you ready to watch like next episode?" And I was like, "No, I need a fucking break from that shit. I'm mad. Someone I fucked with."
Yeah, they be killing like my favorite character. I'm not with that.
Yeah, no spoilers.
So you
no
have
spoilers.
watched it a little bit?
Yeah, that's why I started wanting to conquer shit, because I was like, yo, it's war. Like you be thinking people got beef.
Mhm.
It's not
It's
like
not real
like
beef.
that back in the day beef, bro.
Like right now it's Krabby Patty beef.
Like-
Yeah, right. Like
It used
they
to be
pull
like
up
wipe out family.
for whole
beef.
families,
Yeah,
bro.
That's
Like
crazy.
pull up to your crib, your village. Like nobody's safe.
Nobody's
different
safe.
world.
Like take your family, and like they're ours now. Like shit was crazy.
Damn.
Can't fuck with that. I can't fuck with
Right,
that.
it's like why do we even like get worried nowadays? Like it's not like it used to be back in the day.
What's there to worry
Like,
about?
what we-
Sound like
He
parents.
said well, it's a bad day because we didn't get all our work done
Right.
or something like.
But
You know, it's
imagine someone like you got beef with somebody and they could just like take your house.
Right.
Oh,
Like they just
well,
pull up
that's
and they're like,
I
it's
mean,
mine
the
now.
government.
Technically, that's the government.
True.
That is happening. Actually.
True.
We got a little bit of beef, and they can take my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you guys like vote me for like mayor if I run?
Yeah.
What you gonna
Don't
do?
tell Mavi.
What you gonna do for us?
What am I gonna do?
You have to, that's a bad question to ask.
over here
Like, what do you mean, what am I going to do?
What's your goals? What are your goals in your term?
First
That's all I'm
off,
asking.
I don't want nobody asking questions when I'm mayor.
Rule.
One word.
Nah, I probably like I don't know like what are my policies gonna be?
Yeah.
I let the people smoke if they want to smoke.
Hey, free smoke, free smoke.
Yeah, I probably just take it day by day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like see what people
Don't
see
spend
see what they
time.
talking about, and I'll be like, yeah or nah.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
all
take a
you
lot
gotta
of
do.
meetings. I'll have like a public number, like you can just call me,
Yeah,
like
Be
anybody.
my contact for real.
Yeah, so that's what I'll do. I'll be
Yeah.
accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel like the community leaders need to be more outside. Like y'all are not outside.
They're not plugged in at all.
Nah, you know what's going
You
on.
need to be like imagine Action Bronson's mayor of New York. Things
Fire.
get better.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like you get a lot more work unions. I feel like the schools are going up. He cares about the youth. A
I
lot
agree
more
with
art
that.
activities. Workout.
Some good oil.
All.
Oh.
Yeah, so you be out here with the realest of the estates.
I do.
How'd you get into that?
Long story for real. Like, it really all started with like I guess sales. I was already good at like a lot of sales, being a cashier or like working for like a roofing company, door knocking for sales, and then it just turned into like I had the opportunity to pretty much take the class and get take the test and stuff like that. But I guess what really sparked it was me needing like a second like option just in case like school didn't go the right way. So like I don't know if y'all remember Legal Shield. So like I used to like we thought it was be millionaires from that, and I almost like literally stopped going to class and all that kind of stuff, and about got to the point where I about failed and like never got to even graduate because I was so into being a Legal Shield, like sales guy, whatever.
What even was Legal Shield? I just know people are like, if you need legal help, fuck with Legal Shield, and I was like, what was
I mean,
it?
really, it was supposed to be like your on the go lawyer. Like if you got stopped by a traffic ticket or traffic, and you had to get a ticket or something, they can talk for you, whatever, like stuff like that. But honestly, we was only trying to move it for the money. Like we didn't even care. Like, hey, sign up. We signed up one person, you sign up somebody else, and you make money.
Shit.
Like whatever.
Oh, pyramid scheme.
So it was a pyramid scheme. Like it literally was a pyramid scheme. The way we set it up was a pyramid scheme. So it only last about 2 months or so. So I ran out of my money, and the thing is, while I was in school, is like I was in school. Like at first, I wanted to go to school for like be a meteorologist. So like I want to be a weatherman. So like, but it was just only because I wanted to be on TV.
It seems like a cool job. I'm not going to lie.
That's a cool way to get in, though.
It is a cool way,
Like, yeah, I'm trying to get on TV.
But then I was
like-
taking those tests. Like they had me, doing calculus and chemistry and all that kind of stuff.
you got to do all that to be. Man, I thought
Yeah.
you just had to like look at the green screen.
That's
and be
all
like,
you really got to do.
Right
For
here,
real.
you can see it's
TikTok dances and
raining.
shit.
But-
I see bro in Charlotte.
You know him? What are you talking about?
Wait, say it again.
The guy, the weatherman. I think he's
Oh,
from Charlotte who
no,
does all the
facts, facts.
dances.
That would have
and
been me
shit.
up there. I would have been that guy. Like
I feel
seriously.
it.
But it was like I couldn't get through the classes, man. I
Yeah.
sucked at math and all that kind of stuff. And so then I said, you know what? Let me do communications. Maybe do a communications degree. Still get somewhere on TV or whatever. But then I got bored in classes too. So I was like, bro, I don't think I'm going to even want to graduate for real. Like, what am I going to do? So then I thought about it. I said,
Did you have a kid yet at this time?
no, not in this time. No, I was just chilling. I mean, at Charlotte at this point. First time living on my own too. So
UNCC or
UNCC,
okay.
yeah. And pretty much what happened. Oh, so I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to become like an actor. So I changed my degree to theater. And it was funny because like at that time my dad was like helping me with school and stuff. And when he saw that like I changed my degree to theater, he was not feeling that. And he was like, bro, I'm not paying for this. Like you got to go find your own way to go get your money to go be a theater degree. What you gonna do with that? Work at Disney World or something?
Get a bag.
I said,
honestly.
dang.
You never know. I feel like I regret not like trying to get more into acting and shit like that when I was younger, because I just feel like it's, even if you don't make like millions and millions off of it, it's a lot cooler job than most.
Yeah,
sure.
And it's a good skill set to have for like I think.
Yeah.
Like, I learned so much just being in like when I changed my degree to theater and like take the classes and stuff. Like it helped me get out my shell, be able to be more communicative to people, and that kind of goes back to like why I got my real estate license, because like after you take the test and it's all about selling real estate, you have to get the business. And the business is by, building up your clientele. How to get clientele, you have to be, have a good personality to go talk to people. And really the business is all about meeting people and talking to people.
Yeah.
So like that's what I'm really good at, and that's kind of why I feel like I'm successful in the business. So I mean, it all
Worked
kind of
out, yeah.
went back to theater, like, and I have the theater degree now, so it's like, oh,
That's dope.
You got a theater. That's what you ended up graduating with. Hell yeah.
yeah. So like, and it's like I have it, not really needing it, I guess, because I don't really use it.
Never
but,
know.
Never.
But
I
I
was
never
thinking
know,
about like
right?
I was thinking about that Office Ladies podcast, and they talk about how a lot of the people on there were not even necessarily acting at the time, or weren't like have y'all seen The Office?
I know.
Basically, David Wallace, the main I think CFO of Dunder Mifflin or whatever, bro was working in finance like when he got the call, and they were just like, we want you to audition for this, because I think he had maybe done a couple small roles before, but he was like, I'm done with it. Never thought he was gonna come back to acting, and they hit him up, and like biggest role of his life. You never know, and you just got that degree in your back
Right.
pocket type shit.
Right, just
It
there.
could be someone you already know or just working with, and they're like, bro, you'd be perfect for even like this little scene or whatever, and it might be playing a real estate agent.
I was just about to say the same.
That's
Like,
how they
dude.
did. Like a lot of the office shit was like that. They would
Yeah.
hire people who actually did that shit.
The right role, right?
That is kinda
It's
crazy.
organic. Yeah.
Some of the directors and camera people were like documentary people because it was
Mm.
supposed to be documentary style.
Yeah.
They'd never done like television and shit.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty cool.
How was the actual real estate test?
North Carolina is actually the hardest test to take
Whoa.
in the nation.
Yeah, I heard a lot of
Why?
people fail,
That's
a
a
lot of
flex.
people do it well.
What do you say again?
How was it for you personally?
So during that time, it's funny. It was 2019, so that's when there was a first semester that I changed my degree to theater. So not only was I in school, like taking classes, I was also like in a Renaissance festival, doing some.
Yeah, what'd you do
stuff.
for that?
Oh, I was like
Like some of the theater stuff. There?
I was like the theater stuff.
That's
Like I was
cool.
on the stage. Like we had to do
That's
it like
cool.
every single week.
It's fall, bro. I'm ready.
Right, like
I'm
that
ready
fall,
for
like
shit.
is literally. It was,
We should go this year.
it's
and
pretty
dress
fun.
up.
It's pretty fun. I ain't gonna lie.
You should
I haven't
pull
dressed
up.
up though. I mean, except for when I was actually on the stage.
You should
but-
pull up, dress up, bring your kids.
We went last year with Nikki's friend, and he had a full blown like suit from the guy from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I need a
That
fit.
shit was
I
crazy.
need a fit for sure. Why is the North Carolina test harder? Or like,
Oh,
what about it? Just
yeah. So
curious.
like me taking that. So I mean, really, I just had to put a strategy together because like I felt like I needed to pass this no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
So I just put my head in the books and just read like every single day, and then go to class and stuff like that. It took me 2 times to pass the class exam because you have to pass the class exam to go take the like state exam, and then so I passed that in 2 tries, and then the state took me 3 to pass. And I think the reason why North Carolina is so hard is just because their rules are just a little tricky. Like they have just like more rules and things you have to kind of abide by. And other than like, different states, it's not the same. Like just our contracts are different. Like everything's just different.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
different laws involved.
It's harder. And then Florida is the easiest, apparently.
Not surprised.
So I didn't go get my Florida license. I want to sell in Miami.
Oh, you need a license per like.
Yeah,
place
per
you
state,
at.
you have to have a
Okay, that
license.
makes
But you don't have to
sense.
take the class. You just only got to take the exam, like the state exam.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Makes sense.
But yeah, like it's been pretty cool. Like I mean, now it's 3 years into the game, and it's the Wild Wild West out here for real.
Yo, I was about to come back to Game of Thrones and shit. You're talking about conquering land. I was like, bro, property is like gonna be one of the most valuable
It
things.
is.
It already is, and I feel like it's only becoming more scarce and more like needed.
Yeah, much needed. Like I mean, just really what we're seeing right now is high demand of buyers, but it's low supply of homes. That's because interest rates are triple where they were back in 2020. So people who got in with a 3% or less of interest rate, why would they ever move to go into an
Yeah.
8% interest rate? I mean, we're
Right,
talking
somewhere
about,
that might not even be as nice.
right. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars of a difference in your mortgage. So pretty much, and people keep saying, I'm waiting for the drop, I'm waiting for the dip to go by, waiting for interest rates to drop, whatever. I'm like, y'all need to go ahead and get a house now and just
Before it
refinance.
goes up again.
Because what's going to happen is it's going to be even more buyers ready to go buy when the interest rates
Everyone's
do
gonna be trying to
drop.
buy.
And the people who own a home, they're still not going to move, so it's still going to be that low supply. And then on top of that,
There's huge demand.
it's just, huge demand.
That's smart though, because then when the interest rate dips, you refinance with the low interest rate, get a little money too.
Right. That's what I did. Like I say what I do, right? So like I'm not telling people to go buy, so I went ahead and bought like a new house for my family because like the house that we're living in was very small. Added on another like child.
Yeah,
I got a really high interest rate right now. But the thing is, the goal is next year I just refinance into a lower interest rate. So like, but at least I don't have to worry about like doing more bidding wars. Like when a whole bunch of buyers
It's
on
tough to
one
buy
house.
houses.
It's
It's
tough.
just hard. I feel like my girl, when I first started hanging out with the girl that I'm dating now, she was living with her sister, and her sister's fiance at the time had moved in, but weren't planning to stay, and it took them way longer than they thought to get a house. I feel like it's just tough to do.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's a lot of demand, not a lot of supply right now.
And that just makes the price, even more high. Like whatever you see today, the house could be 400,000. Next year is 430,000. Just like that.
It also goes into what they're trying to build these days. They're not really building houses. They're building a lot of
Apartments.
condominiums, apartments. They're a lot easy to maintain for money.
It is.
Rental properties at home.
But it's making it like the thing is it's hard because they're building all these apartments because the apartment like rental demand is even higher than the buyer demand because like just if you think about inflation, everything is so much more expensive. So you got like the grocery store, gas, just getting a haircut, like everything has tripled. But yet the salary pay, the minimum pay is all the same. So like we're living in a like crisis right now, like
very quietly.
People don't even
It's pretty wild.
Crisis.
It'll be in the textbooks.
like we're living in a crisis.
2-3 decades. They'll be like, hey, it was broke.
Yeah.
Haircuts did get expensive. I had to stop
Yeah,
getting
it's
them.
like $45-$50 to come in and just get like a fade.
And they still
I'm
want the
lining
tip
up.
after
still want
that.
the tip?
Right.
During COVID, you couldn't even get a haircut. They had to come to your crib. There was like
And then
barbers
it's like money
you want a bill
to
to
even
come
more,
through.
yeah.
And it's like it all goes back to like everything's going up because everything's going up, right? Like the hair, like you got to think about like your barber. The reason why his price has to go high because his rent just went up because the supplies he uses went up. Like he has to pay
shipping
more.
on clippers and shit like that.
Like everything, like and then the reason why they go up because such and such goes up, like
fuel, all that shit.
everything. Like so
That's
it's
why
like,
we got so many dreadheads this year.
no man, I'm telling you,
We
like
gave up.
it's just like I remember I went to during COVID when like I couldn't go to the barber. Like my hair was terrible, bro. Like
I
He
let
was
my
wolfing?
just let my
I was
shit grow
wolfing
out.
it, man. Because
I was
like,
living with a barber though. It was nice.
oh, that's nice. That's
But
really
yeah, I
nice.
kept my
Is that
shit
where
long.
that phrase comes from?
Wolfing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
When your hair is just,
Had
you
no
need a
idea.
haircut.
But it's like it's funny because I used to do it, obviously get the waves. So like I had to wolf it, keep brushing, brush.
Yeah, you looking pretty wavy right
Appreciate
now.
it, appreciate
You be
it.
sleeping with your do-rag?
I don't sleep with a do-rag no more. Actually, my barber told me if you sleep with your do-rag, it can push back your hairline. So I was like, he said, all you need is your do-rag on for like 10, 15 minutes. So I was like, all right, let me do that.
So you be sleeping no
Okay.
do-rag?
I sleep no do-rag.
Wave wisdom.
Silk pillowcases at least?
I do have a silk pillowcase.
Okay. So you don't need a double silk up.
Yeah, I guess that's you don't be too silky.
I like that like super thin t-shirt ish material pillowcase.
Mm.
It's my fave, but it doesn't work with the waves. So. Don't have to worry about it.
When you go buy a house, you be getting like the special deals or nothing, since like you the inside guy.
Well, I mean, if you just know how to
I was gonna
negotiate,
say, I
but
feel like you got the special knowledge.
the funny
Special
thing is, anybody who's my
knowledge,
client, they're
forbidden
gonna
knowledge.
get the same experience that I get. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure my buyer gets the best deal, the best price.
So what's the difference between like working with a person like you and just like going online and like looking for shit?
So as in, like, why do you need me?
Yeah.
I would say it's just about the knowledge. Like a lot of people. Yeah.
Me not even knowing like from a realtor perspective, there's like a bunch of ins and outs. Like say I want to go get a house, there's like weird shit you can do where like you can put the 10% on the back end of the loan or some weird shit like that. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be able to broker that on your own without a dealer, or a real estate.
I mean, it's the
agent.
same thing about like really anything. Like you go to the doctor because you don't know their profession, like how to do what they do, or a dentist, or
Right.
like
you could get on YouTube and try to do that shit.
Doctor kind of wild. Like you could try. Like I'm about to try an open heart surgery on the homie.
Nah, Diggo, it's
It's like,
like a lawyer too.
I'm gonna
Like,
save you some money.
Shout out YouTube. You really could have to play dog. Like imagine you got to learn how to do a tourniquet like that.
yeah.
You could
learn
on YouTube. Yeah.
I mean, you can learn a lot of stuff on YouTube. I learned how to
But-
skateboard on YouTube.
You know how to skateboard?
Yeah, I know how to skateboard.
Do you still skate?
You could
I
ollie.
wish, man. Like I want to get back in it so bad, but I don't need to. 'cause
I
I'm
do
getting
it time
old.
to time, and I always pull a little something because I don't stretch first.
Yeah, you definitely gotta stretch. I'm definitely can't
I
do.
always pull a little something.
Right.
Like I got this really nice skate park by me, and it's like I used to used to
where?
go there in Mooresville.
Okay.
So I used to go there all the
You
time.
live in Mooresville? I live in Mooresville. By
for
the
real?
skate park.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't live far from me, then.
Not no more. I don't live in Mooresville
Oh.
no more. I used to live in Mooresville.
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what skateboard I'm talking about?
Yeah, the new one that they were
And
building.
then they renovated it. 'Cause
Do you
they used-
skate there?
I used to.
You used to like drop in and shit.
No, I never did. I was too scared.
You should try it on just like a little. That's how I got into it.
I
it on like
I
the
did some little
rounds.
ones.
Okay.
I was
He
never
did it.
crazy. That's why I
He
never
did
could
it.
be good at skateboard because
There's
I
certain
was
shit
a
I won't
flat
do.
ground skater. Like I love
Same.
flat ground, I love rails.
I love tricks. flat
You was doing
ground
tricks
shit.
though?
Yeah,
Like
for real. I just didn't like the vert stuff.
Mini ramps I enjoyed a lot, like 3-4 feet, little, somewhere
Yeah.
somewhere in that range. I have a blast.
Yeah.
Have a little hump or something, little spine, but any like half pipes.
Yeah.
I've dropped in on them, but I'm always just like, all right, that's
Yeah.
enough.
I never could get good at skateboard. I would do scooter and bike at the skate park though, and I'd drop in and do that shit. That
Yeah.
shit was fun.
People be hating on the scooter boys.
I know, bro.
I don't.
I
was
tried to be
rocking
a
it.
scooter guy, but I just couldn't.
I
do
mean,
the
if you're
stuff.
like goofy, I guess maybe I would a little bit, but I feel like in general, they're fun as fuck to ride,
They are.
and the tricks look crazy.
Yeah, hitting the fucking
You ever
ankle
tried
with the
to skateboard?
scooter. Yeah, I've tried. It's just it don't work out the way I want it to.
you think that balance or what?
I have pretty good balance. I think it's just like
There's a learning curve for sure.
I think it's like a mentality thing. Like mentally, I'm just like I don't feel safe.
I feel that.
So,
And that's
like-
why, yes, exactly. I never jumped like did the stairs or like the stair rails and stuff like that because I was like, I don't have like my mentally.
I'm not trying
I
to
think
get
I
hurt.
also don't want it bad enough.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I'm
think that's
like,
what it
if
was.
I
Because
did
you're
that-
gonna get hurt.
You're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, like if I did that, I wouldn't be like, it would be cool, but
Four
like,
stairs was my max. I was like, I'm not even
Yeah, that was
attempting
me.
anything past that.
Yeah.
Because why would I?
Like I always
don't
like
know.
I like to like, make sure my risk wasn't too
Exactly.
crazy.
I was like,
you
if I
like if this
wouldn't-
doesn't work out,
like I can't kill myself on this or I can't break a bone. Like I was never like trying
Right.
to break a bone.
see, that's you got to be willing to
That's
break
why
a bone.
I feel like I didn't learn skating early enough. You know,
Mhm.
I was too old. I mean,
Right.
it's like I have shit I need to do.
Right,
Like I need to go to
right.
work tomorrow. I can't fuck up my wrist.
That's how I
Right.
am
But if
now.
I learned it young enough, and like,
Yeah.
broken
I'll be alright
wrist, you just go
tomorrow.
to school.
Yeah. I think I
started, like,
you said I'll
sixth
be all right
grade.
tomorrow.
Exactly.
Like, I can't
Fucking sleep it
afford
off.
to skateboard no more.
Right.
That's why that's
Exactly.
why I golf now. Like
Facts.
Yeah, I miss it though.
Hit some holes today with some boys.
hey, that's what's up.
That-
I
you
see
don't
the
see
comparison.
the fit?
Golf shirt.
Yeah, I worked there way long ago.
For real?
Yeah,
That's
That's
crazy.
Like high school days. Yeah.
Man, you any good? What you scoring?
Nah, bro. I just started playing for real.
I feel
Yeah.
you same.
Probably
good?
just trying to like keep score.
Are you good?
No.
Nah.
I only been playing for a year. I haven't broke 100 yet. My
Okay.
closest has been 103. I'm getting there.
Hell yeah.
I'm a putt boy.
I actually putted last
I
night.
love that damn.
I play at the pit in Mooresville. It's
Oh,
like
I
it was like
didn't
a.
know.
You
the
be in
dark-
Mooresville. You still live in Mooresville. You
Well, I
live there
just
now?
moved to Mooresville a month
Oh,
ago.
oh,
So like I'm
okay.
just
Yeah.
I'm just trying everything
Yeah.
out. Like I
Dope.
got a really good burger spot. Donut spot.
The barbecue spot
What's the burger
downtown's pretty
spot?
good.
Bay's Burgers.
Bays, bro.
Man, that place is fire.
What's it
Like
called?
Mooresville ain't too far from me. I have to see what's up.
I'm telling you, you got to go to Bay's Burgers.
What is that barbecue
Like,
spot?
was it like Lil Bigs? Or
It's something like that. I need to go there. I haven't been there yet.
It's
yeah,
good.
we used to
It's
go
good.
there. It's pretty good.
And they got the Chop House, like this little steakhouse down there.
I didn't
Man,
realize they had one of those
that
over
was
there.
good. And then it's a sleeper donuts. But like, do y'all like donuts?
I like
Yes.
donuts.
Like y'all think Krispy Kreme is fire, right?
yeah,
do.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But this place, shit's
Better
on.
than Krispy Kreme.
Man.
The thing I like about
Oh.
Krispy Kreme is like in the morning they be having the fresh Jones. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
if you go there early enough, they got them nice and
I
warm
hate
and
when the
shit.
lights on. That's just not fresh, bro. That happened last time. Light was on. And I got it, and I was just like,
Yo,
Oh,
turn
damn.
that
I
shit
thought
off.
it was like the light was only. Yeah.
"That's what it's
fucked
supposed to
up.
be."
Yeah.
I didn't never heard of like in the West there wasn't Krispy Kreme, so like the warm donut shit like that wasn't a thing. till I
In
came back.
Concord, there was a factory, but not a store. Like the first one that popped up, like real close, was Concord Mills, and that wasn't until like late high school for me. So I would always just see the Krispy Kreme trucks and shit past the factory, and never be able to get them like fresh. And I'd just be like,
Damn.
we get them at the beach though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But
that was
it's
the first
NC
place I had was
NC
the
Star
beach.
Donuts.
Okay,
NC Star
bet.
Donuts.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that shit out.
You got to.
When I
It's
was
like
working
classic
in
good donuts. Or
I mean,
what?
there's some big,
the thick.
They're like
ones.
cake donuts or
big
what?
donuts
John.
type,
Okay.
like them big
Yeah.
old big boys.
I worked in
Like-
car sales for a little bit, and we had a guy who would always bring like big donuts like that. He did like insurance, and he wanted to like work with us with people.
Okay, he's trying to get
So
some
we'd
fun.
tell people about them, but he would bring them like every week, and we started like getting sick of them shit.
He was trying to make a deal
He
happen for
eventually
real.
stopped though. Yeah, he gave
He was
up.
like, "Yo, I ain't getting no clients
They
from
weren't
these
cheap
motherfuckers.
either, like-
I'm wasting
He's
money
like-
on these goddamn
You
donuts."
tell people
Consistency.
about them too, but
Nah, consistency is key though. You gotta just
Facts.
keep going.
just not the donuts every time, bro.
Yeah,
Just
switch it
stop
up though,
by.
man. Bring some Bojangles
Yeah.
one day. Like, come on, what we
That'd been
doing?
fire.
So, what was it like selling your first house? How'd you like walk us through
Oh
that?
man, trying to bring it back. So that was through a friend, because their mom was selling her house, wanted to sell their house, and the guy who brought me on, like my broker in charge for North Carolina, he was a neighbor. So me and him kind of
Tough.
did the deal together where we listed the house. So he kind of helped me, like, kind of walk my hand through the process of it. but yeah, I was the face of the deal. Like I had my sign out in the yard. Like I was the one talking to everybody who was calling in.
Real one.
So that was like, my first time ever, doing a deal. It was a listing. And obviously seeing that check for the first time, I was like, wow, I could really do this, So like that kind of gave me the motivation to keep going. And the thing about real estate too is like it's ups and downs. So like the goal is to get to the point where you're consistent, like, every single month. And, just when you first start out, like, you have to just go out there and put your name out there and learn the business on top of like trying to work with clients. So like I lost a lot of clients because I didn't know the business. So one of the things you want to do is like, sign a buyer agency agreement with the buyer so that, you're that agent who's going to go through the whole process with them to help them buy the house, and then you get your check. So if you don't get that signed, then, that's you're a free agent almost, like in a sense. Like
They can go to someone
they can go
else.
to
Yeah.
someone else.
Right.
So that happened to me once where like I was working with this person forever. And, at the last minute, they end up buying a house from somebody else. I was like, what in the world happened? Like,
Right,
I thought it was
put
your
in a lot
agent.
of
He's like,
work.
All
oh,
that
well, they found me
handwork.
something, that worked better for me or whatever. And I was
So
like,
wait, people don't you don't want people to have multiple agents?
No.
Because then they could have you do hella work.
Especially he's looking for my house for 4 months.
Yeah,
I might
yeah.
backdoor him with somebody else.
Yeah.
That does make sense for like
Yeah.
you, but I guess
a
as
lot of work.
as
That's-
the buyers too, that I can see
Because
them
the
being
agent
like,
doesn't get paid until it closes. So anything you do before that is like free work. So like they could never end up buying a house at all. Like I had a client for a year at one point, and they never end up buying. And like it got to the point where like I knew they were just kind of BSing the whole time. Like they never even intended to buy something. Like,
Yeah,
and that was
just looking.
again me being new, not understanding. Oh, I need a pre-approval letter. Oh, I need to get this stuff signed. I need to know what your motivations
How serious are you?
Yeah, how serious
Right.
are you? Like have an actual meeting. So that's when I started taking my business serious. That's when I really started seeing a difference in my projections. So
Oh, yeah.
Fire.
So you work with the broker still?
no, not anymore. Like I kind of do my own thing now.
Nice.
Like I just simply do a lot of like I kind of just do it all at this point now. Like I help, I work with the property management company, help list their rental properties. And then I also do like, commercial real estate where like, do new construction, developments or, sell apartment buildings, commercial buildings. And then I do, residential where I help a buyer or a seller like sell their house or buy a house. So kind of just got my hands in everything and just, I guess, still trying to figure it out. Like, I don't know what I want to do yet. Like, there's so much more in life and like this career. It's like, what direction do I want to go? So just kind of just taking it day by day.
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel like you've had a place that's been like the coolest place you've sold necessarily? Whether it's commercial or residential, I don't know.
I mean, I really haven't been nowhere outside of, the Charlotte, like, let's say 30-mile radius of Charlotte yet. So
I think it means like a crib that was like crazy or
oh,
some dope shit.
I guess I did just sell like a really nice crib in Denver over the summer. Like it's a beautiful estate, new construction house. I mean, it was on like 5 acres of land or something like that.
Fire.
Lake or no?
It wasn't on a lake. I did sell a lake house though, but that wasn't my favorite house. It was cool lake house. At least I could say I
Right.
sold a lake house before. but-
Sometimes that's how it is. I feel like people be having cribs in really nice spots, but then the house itself is like,
Yeah. But those buyers actually, their whole goal was to renovate it in the first place. So like now it
Yeah.
looks beautiful.
Right.
And eventually I will get
That's
to
cool.
sell it. So that'd be a cool listing to say that I, help see the before and after of it.
Oh, yeah.
we
I
just
think-
worked like a event on a lake, and I feel like that house was insane. It looked like an office building.
It's been on the market. Maybe you know it. It's on Lake Norman, the glass house.
Oh, I seen that one. I actually tried to get that one on Miles Real Estate to do a tour, but the broker never answered the phone to like let me do it. Like
It
never
looks-
answered me.
It
It's a
looks
cool
like a
crib.
business. I didn't know that was a
It
house.
was crazy. They took
I've
it off the
seen on
market,
your
though.
videos.
They took it off. I guess it never sold. It was at a really high price though. Like,
It's going back on.
I was back on now again. I wonder if he used a different agent to try to sell it. I want to walk it though. That'd be so cool. That's what happens too. Like sometimes you have a
Doesn't work
owner
out.
doesn't work out one agent, so you fire them, or they'll walk away saying, "Listen, this price is too high. I can't get it." Blah blah. Blah. They'll bring on another agent to try to do the job. Because listings typically like contracts only last about 6 months. 6 months to a year is a typical listing agreement. So same with a buyer.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fair.
a dope house. He recently had a party that we were working at, and a part of the reason he had the party. He's trying to sell the house. He wants people to come look at it and
I
whatnot.
never realized that.
Well, you went to
That's
that party, you
interesting.
said?
Yeah.
Oh man, what did you
worked
do?
it.
Yeah, we worked it. My boy, he has a food truck. Shout out LK and Mobile Eats. So I was helping him with the food truck, doing a little bartend. I was just kind of walking around,
That's
helping
dope.
out and whatnot. And yeah, we detail cars for him too. He
that's what's
he
up.
asked me to detail.
Oh,
one
so
of
you
his
got to
whips.
connect to that owner?
Yeah, I guess if you
Dang, that's tough.
want to talk to him,
I would love to see if he would want me to do a YouTube, like on his like do the YouTube video of the house.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
Probably,
Like,
yeah.
just to show it.
Mhm.
yeah.
We've been looking for a new house, like something crazy to do. a
It's one of
video
those. It's definitely like, I feel like there's like 3 floors. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. 4, 3.
There's you can go on the roof too.
Yeah.
But they all have like glass walls where you can see like out to
There's
It's
an
so beautiful. And
there's
it's like
an
right
elevator.
there.
It's really
Island,
pretty.
like,
Yeah,
the
like
island
stone on the walls on the inside, like
Yeah.
nice wood, like
That's a good
plank
one.
stairs.
It's majority kitchens.
It's a lot of kitchen in there.
Yeah, it's
I
like
did
new
notice
kitchens.
that. I did
They
notice
be
that.
cooking.
They be
I saw the
cooking.
first one. I was like, "This is really nice."
Like,
And
hold
they're
on,
like,
let
"Yeah,
them
there's, like, more." And I was like,
Yeah, like every floor has it. There's definitely
One
a
has
kitchen
2.
per floor.
Wow.
Yeah.
What you
Yeah.
need that many kitchens for?
I don't know. I don't know.
Crazy.
No
I mean,
way.
he's just
He's
different. He's
not
just
cooking
different.
like that.
Like, what does he do for
Maybe
it? Do you know?
parties.
From what I know, he like the things that attach to like industrial machines, like say you got like a crane, like the fucking claw
Yeah,
shit.
the claw.
Yeah, he like owns those and
Wow.
sells those.
That's
It's
so
direct.
so
insane.
specific.
Yeah, like
You
no,
know, and that's
not
the
just
thing-
the claw, like just multiple of
Yeah.
those kind of things.
Yeah.
And like he's like, there's no middleman, so he's just selling
He's
direct
tough.
to people. Yeah,
And that's just the thing right there. Like when my eyes were opened that like there's so much money out here to be made. Like,
right, and it's doing
everywhere.
those shit you don't think about.
Right. Like think about like nails, right? Like nails.
Somebody
Somebody's
got to
making
make
billions
that
of dollars
shit.
off some nails.
Like, what do you do? Like sell nails.
And
Yeah.
watch this. So like the owner of my brokerage, her client is the guy who invented the water bottle. So
What you mean?
like
What you
he
talking about,
got-
Willis?
So where's my water bottle? It's
Bro, patented
he has
like
the
that
patent for this a water bottle. Like
That
the
shape?
to throw it away, to have the shape, to have the top,
Damn,
everything.
we got the same shape and it's a different
And
company.
he makes I
He's
think like
like-
10 cents or something per water bottle
That's so
sold
much money.
in the world.
That's so much money.
He's a billionaire. I mean, he literally this is what he had the owner of my company go do like as a client. Like he wanted to go buy a beach house. But like he wanted a beach house for like almost every beach because every beach has a different smell. Like, you know how much money you gotta have?
What to be like? Yo, this
To be like, I
has
just wanted different beaches
smell.
because like I like the smell of each beach.
Yeah, bro. I've been around some rich people just saying shit that don't even make sense. Like I was around some people who were talking about a house that they have in Jamaica, but they were like, yeah, but we trying to get soil from somewhere else for like some of the shit that we plant in there. And I'm just like, you trying to pull up to an island with your own soil? It's literally like, don't bring sand to the beach, but like times
They're
10.
doing it. They're doing it.
No, that is crazy.
But I mean, it made sense. They had a reason.
Yeah.
They spent like I guess like if you
want
could
that
do
plant.
that, then like do it. I guess.
But it's so crazy 'cause, like no idea is dumb. Like I mean, just the way he even came up with this idea was because he was a marathon runner, and he hated having to run around with his water bottle the whole time. So he said, "Man, is there a way for me to make a water bottle I can just drink and throw away?"
a disposable water
Like
bottle.
that's all it was.
So wait, they didn't have disposable water bottles back in the day.
Probably
They
glass
didn't.
mostly.
They were like glass. Like think that's
Oh damn! I didn't even think about that. Like I'm thinking these
Yeah.
have been around for before the dawn of time. Like because the motherfucker alive
Right.
who's fucking patented that. That's crazy.
new. So that's why you got to think, man. Like if you come with an idea, like just go with it.
was he
man.
the first one? Like, did they already have soda bottles, or was every?
No, soda.
Was he the
Glass
first
too.
like? Was he the first like plastic motherfucker who was
Probably
like,
first
yo,
plastic bottle.
Yeah,
That's
first
crazy, yo!
He
Shout out to
patented.
him, man.
Shout out for real.
Shout out to
like-
him. How I patent an idea, how
That's
I
what I'm
think of
saying.
something, and be like, no
Don't
one
say
else
it on the
allowed to
mic.
do it.
Don't
Yo,
say it on
you
the
know what I
mic.
should do? No, but really, like, do I gotta like? Did he make a prototype? Like,
I mean, that's what you had to do. But you
I'm
have to,
sure
like,
there's a lot
it's
of
money
testing
that goes
and shit.
into it, right? Like, you
Yeah.
got to invest into it. You got to get the right engineers, the right architects, all these stuff.
You have to
Especially
have a
trying to get that
prototype.
plastic, that composite right, right and like
how do you
the
I-
ergonomic shape
That's
and
crazy.
shit.
Shoot, hundreds of thousands. if
like
not
was he
millions of
breaded
dollars.
before that? Like, because now it's sounding like you need
Someone
bread
probably
to
got the
patent
patent
something.
just to
Well,
the
you could
screw
also
caps
like
too.
you get angel investors, you know.
But you can patent like there's different types of patents though. You have the patent the idea, and then you have patent like the actual product.
Oh, so you
know what I
patent
mean?
the idea,
You
then
can
you
patent the
go to
idea
people
first,
like,
but
yo,
that
I got
doesn't
this
last.
idea.
Like the idea doesn't have as much sustainability as patenting the actual product.
How long does the idea? What do you mean it don't last, or it,
It don't
just
last
it's
as
not?
long. It don't
Like
last.
what?
And it could get overthrown.
They like
Right.
you got to do the shit in
Like, you gotta, like,
in
right.
a year.
Right, type. Like
Okay.
you need something, or they can give it away to somebody else.
Yeah, because you can just have a
publishes
good
his
idea
first,
that's like no
yeah.
one's allowed. Like, what if someone had like the idea of Velcro, but they
Some
just
people
like held
do
it?
own. There's like honestly big companies that have patents to shit that they don't want other people to make. There is a lot of that
Yeah.
happens.
It's like the same thing with brands, logos. Like, I mean, even think about like what's the lady who wrote Harry Potter,
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling. Like, she's tough because like all that stuff that she created in those books, and then Harry Potter
She getting
themed
a
things
bag.
and Universal or like
Yeah.
wherever.
Ooh, what is that bag like?
Like, oh, the
Wow.
bag. I think
Insane. I just thought about
she
Universal to like Harry Potter World,
because she makes a percentage off of everything.
everything, all the Legos, all the
All the
fucking
movies.
toys, just all the toys,
Just
all the
everything.
toys, all the books, all the movies.
And I was just her just
Spin-offs.
chilling. Just,
Her just thinking. She was just like,
Right. Not
Wouldn't
even
this be
thinking
cool?
super duper
wouldn't this
hard.
be cool, right? I'm gonna just start writing a book like that, and that book turned to billions. Like, that's just so crazy.
Crazy, man.
so what like got you so interested in like entrepreneurship and whatnot? Like,
I mean, honestly, it's so funny. It goes back to that Legal Shield. Like, Legal Shield probably taught me to say, "Oh, wow, you can create money." Like, you don't have to always
Make your own market. basically.
right.
for it.
You know what I mean? You don't have to just go clock in. You can go create it. Just go out and get it. That's why I love that chase. It's like it just gets me going. You know, just to know I can go out there and get it. And yeah, once you kind of get on that train, it just like doesn't stop. So like, I mean, will I be in real estate forever? Probably, but could it turn into something else? Like, can I
Easily.
easily?
Yeah.
So
I feel that.
what's y'all's plans? You know, goals and aspirations.
Personally, I feel
go in
like
circle.
I was just thinking about I do a little bit of both right now. So like
Mm-hmm.
I clock in actually at like 2 jobs. Well, one is like I clock in, I'm on the clock making an hourly wage. One I get paid just for what I do there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm also trying to make music and all that shit all the time. And I feel like I'm way more fulfilled, even though it's not as financially rewarding when I'm like making moves to link up with different artists and just get shit done, get work done. I feel like even if I never was like making a living off of creative pursuits, I feel like that's the main goal.
Yeah, 100%.
oh yeah,
Just
I could-
I just can't help myself. I just like making shit. Art, music.
yeah, just gotta focus on it. That's it.
Yeah. The more money I
Yeah.
have, the more like opportunity I have to do that though. And I realize that. So
Oh yeah, I've been same shit, man. We've been working on the music. Right now for like bread and shit. Just I've been shooting weddings.
Okay.
That's been a cool thing with the videography. No, not that. Shooting weddings. We have a car detailing business,
So
and yeah, this stuff, you know, and also fighting.
yeah,
So-
I've been seeing that, man.
I think my journey will be like fighting will be the thing that like just kind of puts me in the public eye for the
Yes.
most part to
I
make
like
other
that.
things easier.
I like
Because
that.
like everything else, like marketing other businesses, it's like, oh, go check this out,
Mm-hmm.
go check this out, listen to this. But like fighting, people just want to watch
yeah, you
people
say,
fight.
"Hey, I'm
Right.
gonna fight."
So it's like really
They'll be like,
easy. To
I think
like,
that's a really good what you're doing right there. Is like because that's something that you can control.
yeah.
You control how much you train. You can control like how you're doing your matches, and that only subsequently goes into you getting a name, like having
Yeah.
a name out there.
And that's not the reason I did it.
Right.
I got really so like I grew up doing wrestling and shit, and then it was really just like mental health shit. I was like, man, I'm trying to like I got to get back into that to like keep myself like on the straight and narrow, you know, stay level headed and whatnot. And then I realized like for me to be as level headed as I want to be, I had to do a lot of training. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I started spending so much time there
Right.
that I was like, oh shit, I'm
Like,
getting
yeah.
getting good. I might as well
Facts.
try to
Compete,
try
yeah.
to test it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
keep doing it. I mean, you got it. Like you got the build for it, you got the motivation for it. Like
Yeah, I'm trying to. Right now, I'm gonna be my own sponsor for my for first few competitions.
That's tough.
Like I got some shorts and shit being made with like just logos of the dropouts or like detailing shit,
dope.
like whatever. And then eventually next year, I'm trying to get some more sponsors.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you could have a fight team
Facts.
in no time.
Have a fight
Slap
team.
miles of real estate on there.
Yeah, fight. Yeah.
Give me a little
For real?
logo on the shorts or something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a fight team just because I'm a part of a fight team right now that I really fuck with, but I definitely would
Shout
have
out.
a like private gym for like the homies.
The gang.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's like we all train there, and like we could still fight or whatever, but like I wouldn't want to like try to compete with my gym because the shit that I would show my homies or shit that I'm learning at my gym type shit.
Yeah.
So
Like down the
you
road.
had your
that's
first
how
fight,
it'll
right?
go.
only kickboxing tournaments. I haven't had my first like full contact
Okay.
MMA fight.
Okay.
So I just got invited to the fight team at Carolina Combat Sports.
Okay.
Do you know Brian Battle?
Mm-mm.
Brian Battle, he's a UFC fighter and who fights out of Charlotte.
Mhm.
Well, Indian Trail. But
Yeah.
Blake knew about him and
It's all
he
Charlotte.
put me on that gym and I started going to that gym.
Oh dang.
And yeah.
That's when about to start elevating for real.
Oh yeah. He actually won last night on UFC.
Oh,
Shout out
yeah.
Brian.
Okay.
Yeah, that bro,
feel me?
it's so cool seeing like him do shit because like the fighting scene isn't a big scene like for the most part like a lot of these people know each other. So like whenever he's fighting like local gyms and shit like we just like get together and like we'll watch it and shit like that and it's pretty dope.
Okay, that's
It's probably
smooth.
like that everywhere.
Yeah.
But like
That's smooth.
there hasn't been fighters out of here for like me to fucking know that.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like the MMA world is pretty tight knit, and it's a much young. Like mixed martial arts are some of the oldest, well, maybe not mixed martial arts. Martial arts are some like the oldest sports ever, but I feel like the UFC is a very young like sports league. Like when we were in like middle school, high school is like really the not beginnings of it, but like because I think it started probably a little before we were born,
Yeah, it wasn't popping yet.
and it might not have been called the UFC yet. I don't even know, but yeah, I feel like
It was crazy.
it took off when we were in like middle school ish is when it really started to become more like people were getting it for pay-per-view and shit
I wasn't
like that.
watching back then because I was wrestling, and then I was just like, why would I like? I don't want to wrestle in college, so like I don't really have a reason to keep
Yeah.
doing it. And then like Conor McGregor popped out making bread, and I was like,
He's a hold up.
It'd be
Oh.
the funny as fuck.
I just
Right.
gotta throw a few punches into it.
Right. But you want to explain your path as well?
Currently, just for bread, I work for GM Financial.
Okay.
So I work hybrid from the home and half
Nice.
at the office, but just trying to build this brand, this lifestyle brand, and then eventually be able to have enough money to travel the world with my family.
Facts.
Hell yeah.
Really build something to where I can sustain freedom.
Yes.
That's the
Freedom
goal.
is really the goal.
Financial freedom is the goal. That should be
Freedom.
the goal.
I want to be able to be on the show.
I just want to travel, man. Like, we had
For real. I ain't
friend-
even left the U.S. yet.
Me
bro.
neither.
It's crazy.
What? I know
Not-
you
not
haven't
even, like,
you
some
haven't
islands
even-
or anything?
Bahamas,
Okay.
Bahamas, but that's
It's still
technically
Yeah.
not
You haven't really left
Dang.
the
You know what I mean?
Caribbean's
That's it.
like you're just in the
Right, you just like
in the Gulf.
You in the
Well,
backyard a little bit.
Blake actually he hasn't been to Florida or New York yet either.
Oh
Yeah.
no, Florida.
That's crazy.
That's actually.
That's
I've
kinda
known some
crazy.
people who like their first time going to Florida was like last year. Type.
A lot of my family's in Florida. We used to go there a lot, like Miami, Key West, shit like that. But
Key West is beautiful.
So
That
what?
water is
It
crazy.
is
Key West is
beautiful.
beautiful.
I'm not kidding. We were literally like, so it's like my great aunt, I think. And we would, most of the crib was outside. Like there was sliding doors for the bedrooms, but that's it. Like the kitchen was like open to the dock, and you literally just go out there, canoe, get a lobster, bring it in, cook that shit. The life.
Vibes.
Nothing fancy, but like honestly, luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah, Key West is the most southern part of like
Closest, like 90
the
miles from
US.
Cuba, southernmost point.
Yeah, so like by the time you're out there, like the water start getting different and shit like that.
It's hella
That's
clear.
fire.
You gotta like once you're in Florida, you gotta like drive through like these islands to like
7
get there.
Mile Bridge.
Yeah,
Shit long.
It is.
I fuck with Florida, but it be raining too much. For me.
It's like hot.
It's hot as
Humid.
fuck.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's bad out there. The best time, and that's the thing. Like when you do go to Florida, You should go during like the winter or spring, like,
Bring that
before it gets
sunscreen.
too
But it's
hot.
doable.
Like, don't go in
Yeah.
the summer. Like, you need to go in the summer.
I don't know. I go in the summer. 'cause
Honestly,
I be-
if you go to
I
Miami,
be trying
go
to
in
hit
the
the
summer.
beach.
I mean,
Just
Miami, yeah,
be
it's
ready
hot.
to be hot
like,
as
you know what I
fuck.
mean?
Yeah, it depends on what you're trying to do in Florida.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, if you're not going,
The
to
heat's
me
part of it.
personally,
It's the
if I'm not going
humidity,
for
though,
the
that's
beach,
what's
Yeah,
fucked.
like, if you
'Cause
go-
I come from heat, you know,
Facts.
110,
That dry heat.
115, 120.
Ugh.
That's hot.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know,
if
but
you
you add
plan,
humidity, that's when shit gets
Right.
weird.
bro, it's raining. It rains
Literally.
so
It
much.
does.
It's moist.
It's nasty.
I feel like people in Florida don't get that ashy because it's just so humid.
Probably not.
no, you don't get ashy out there.
Oh,
As soon as you walk outside,
Right.
you're soaking.
So,
Moist.
You're
Rub
moist,
it in.
glistening. But nah, if you go to Disney World or Universal, like, don't go in the summer. Like, do not
No.
go
Oh,
to Disney
yeah,
World or
yeah.
Universal in the summer. Like, that's
Universal.
crazy.
one,
we
it's
went
gonna be
in
packed.
the summer.
Like
It's gonna be
sardines.
But it's gonna be blazing. You just sit in
Hot.
the lines for like
The-
2 hours.
Fuck that.
I want to go. Last time I went, I was in like 4th grade.
Oh, you
I just
gotta
feel
go.
it's
There's
not
so
the
much new
same.
stuff now.
Yeah.
I've only been to Disneyland. I've never been to
Oh, you went to
World.
Cali?
I'm from out west, so I went when I
Oh,
was younger.
that's
Yeah,
tough. See,
yeah.
I never
Yeah,
been
I
there.
haven't
got the
touched
bonsais there?
foot
That was the
there.
original one. Was Disneyland, and then Disney World was built.
Disney World's better though.
I didn't even know
because it's
that.
bigger. Yeah, so
I'm
it's-
biased.
Yeah.
I'm biased. You know, it
They
was
got-
supposed to. Oh, go ahead.
They got like Universal or something right next to it too. That's
Yeah.
pretty fire.
Harry Potter World. I'm trying to go to that shit too.
Yeah.
See, I'm from Jacksonville,
HPW.
and they were actually supposed to get Universal Studios and like Disney World. Like Orlando scene was supposed to be in Jacksonville, and
Damn.
I don't know what the government did down there, or like the mayors, all that stuff. Like
Freaked it.
they messed up. They fumbled the bag, bro.
Damn.
Because
Coulda had
Jacksonville's
it.
actually like the largest city. Like
Yeah,
I think one of the
Jacksonville's
largest
popping.
cities, like, but
I feel like that
man,
and Tampa are both
yeah.
hella popping.
they got Bush.
I remember
Gardens.
like 10 years ago, people were like, Florida's gonna be gone
yeah, it
because of how flat it is.
is flat. It's flat out there. And honestly, like yeah, Jacksonville doesn't. It's not
One
as
day.
popping as like Charlotte. Like I love Charlotte. Do
Yeah.
y'all go uptown much?
Nah.
No.
So it
Not
depends, but not too much. I feel like I'm usually in like Noda or like Plaza
Noda's
Midwood
low.
area.
I just like the Charlotte scene. Like I just love like the
Yeah.
different corridors of Charlotte. Like if you want to be on.
What's
some
your
chill
favorite
stuff.
shit to do?
I mean, I like going out like you know,
Yeah.
to like South End.
You can always find new shit. South End, it's not a lot of parking. Besides
It ain't
that,
much parking.
there's so
Uber.
much shit out there.
Uber everywhere.
You can't go out no more. You got kids, bro.
I know.
Oh, you
I
do?
haven't been out as much. It's like that's the thing. Right now, I'm
You
like
gotta get out.
I'm chilling.
But
What's
I feel like-
Papahood like?
Man,
Yeah.
it's just crazy. Like you know, I guess being responsible
Mhm.
for kids.
Whole life.
Like just being like you never. I guess you truly don't understand until you there for real. Like when you got all the responsibilities of bills and the kids and like how you gonna raise them and all that kind of stuff. It's like, oh man, this is real. Like now I see my parents go through.
You
So-
see, that's what's that like? Like I feel like that has to be the trippiest thing to like. At first, you got this little thing that like is just
Yeah.
shit in itself, and then like as time goes on, it starts like
Developing
Yeah.
smiling at you
It's weird.
and like getting used to you and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's like because at Mila, like that's her right now. Like she is at the point of being a toddler because she's a year and 7 months old.
Probably off the walls.
Now she's off the walls.
Yeah.
Bro. Like I mean, she runs
Go
everywhere.
be, I was
gets
about to say,
Oh.
probably already running.
when
and
they can
shit.
start moving, that's crazy.
It's over.
She throws herself like she was a little temper tantrum if she doesn't get what she wants, and sometimes doesn't want to eat her food and all
I
that
was
kind of stuff.
on
like,
Facebook and someone was talking about how like they're struggling to potty train their kid. And a lot of the parents were just like, oh, you just kind of gotta wait till they're interested in it. And I just read that and I was like, oh my god,
Oh my
like I'm gonna have to deal with that
Nah,
shit.
facts.
Which I mean, once you do it and this you're a kid, I just feel like it's all love.
It
But
gets
thinking
easier,
about
though.
it right now, I'm just like, ooh.
I think you gotta love it because you're thinking about it because it's not like you're a kid. You're thinking about
Exactly. It's just a
kid,
hypothetical.
like kid with shit
I already
on
know
it,
with my
but
own
when it's
kid, like,
yours,
yours.
Even if
yeah.
I'm frustrated, it's not going. It's gonna be all love. But it is crazy to think about. Like, they could be running, talking, all that shit, and still just be like, I don't feel like pooping in the toilet yet.
right?
And you gotta just be
Facts.
like, okay,
I remember the
I'll
last
keep
time
cleaning it up.
I
until
shit
you feel
somewhere.
Like it.
I shouldn't have.
When was
What?
that?
I remember the last time I shit
When
somewhere.
was
I
that?
shouldn't have.
How'd it go?
I
Can
like.
you say this?
I had a I could say it. I was young. I was a kid.
I was like,
and it's-
where'd you shit, bro?
No, facts. How old were you?
I was a kid, and they had the like the kid toilets, you know, the little kiddie toilets. So I was like, that shit way easier for me to use. I'm gonna use that one.
Okay.
And then my uncle Mark was like, why the fuck didn't you just use this one if you understood the concept of using it? And I was like,
You right?
What you mean they're both toilets?
okay. That's what I thought too. But I was like, I guess this shit don't flush. Like,
He said, "Now I gotta scoop your shit out of this dry bowl."
yeah.
Not fucking with it.
That's
So
like
I
when you
was
think
like-
about like potty training and stuff like that. It's like, when did we learn to stand up and pee?
You
Oh,
remember?
shit.
Like, when did we?
I remember specifically one time I was a little kid and I was like, I really gotta pee. I really gotta pee. And there was this guy who was there and he was like, look around you. And I was like, what? And he was like, the world is a man's bathroom. And I was like,
Breast that.
what?
Yo,
Nah, I be peeing outside all the time to this day. I actually gotta move. I be wearing shorts. I don't like my shorts too long, right?
Oh my god.
So I be going down like I'm tying my shoe. And then I like be slipping it out the side.
no way. What?
Slipping it out the side, you feel me?
Where do you be doing this at?
It depends on like what's going on. It depends on
like
what's
how many
going
times
on.
have you busted this move
Nah,
out in
that's
public?
crazy. Bust a squat.
On the sidewalk,
No, bust
just
a.
On the side, it depends on like what work I'm doing. You know, if I'm doing some like outside work, you feel me? And then
hit a
it's
little
like
tree line.
yeah, you know. But sometimes there's not really the trees you need, but there's some bushes. You feel me? And I can't just be like on my knee in a bush. Like that shit look weird. Like so I gotta like really finesse it. Like I can't. You know, I'm not pulling my pants down. I'm pulling
Right.
them up.
Right.
Okay.
You feel me? Yeah.
I don't know if I do.
Yeah, like say this is me. I'm squatted like
No, I
like
I
this.
see it.
We see it.
I see
I
it.
see it.
Like
and then you
this.
just slip it.
slip it
slip
out.
it.
Little some.
Yeah.
I remember
It works better in grass.
walking into a bathroom and seeing a man pull his dinger out the bottom of his fucking shorts, bro, and just like wanting to turn around. I was just like, bro, I understand we're in a bathroom. I can't get mad at you for doing it. It was a urinal though, you know, no walls or nothing. I was like, I don't know, it just felt wrong.
I used to hate that, bro. Like,
It just felt wrong. I was just like,
Depends on the shorts. What kind of shorts? Like basketball shorts? Can't be mad at them.
well, no, it might have been like cargo, honestly. They were just like
if they not
baggy.
stretchy, weird.
I don't think they were
If
stretchy.
they not stretchy, that's out of pocket.
It was a football game.
Okay, there's a lot of different factors to this, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Right. I just went to the
I used
stall.
to get,
Just went to the stall.
I used to get stage fright. Like, you go to the stadiums, they have that big old tub. It's like, how you supposed to pee with the man right next to you?
Yeah, just like the trough.
It's like, I can't
Wait,
pee.
what?
You ever seen just like a long
Like, you
urinal?
ever
It's
seen
like
like
one
long,
thing.
like,
Oh.
no walls?
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah,
gotta just
yeah.
go up there and just be a man and pee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like
I
it.
I
used
haven't
stage fright.
seen those in such a long time. I'm starting.
Like
I'm
out
like,
of like stadiums, a lot. Panther Stadium. Shit
Like, they don't have walls. Like, I don't know why they couldn't invest a little bit more in walls, but
I remember
Let's get one big one.
in high school, our wrestling room shower was literally like just like a jailhouse shower. There was just a bunch of shower heads in like this like area that
I
was
ain't never had
open.
to shower like that.
We had to, bro. The wrestling room that we had got so like nasty that it was like it was highly advised to shower.
I would always shower, but I've just never had to. A JM shower is not like that. So
Yeah, I went to other schools and was like, you guys have private showers?
yeah, it's got a little curtain.
Yeah, that shit was. Yeah, it wasn't like
Motherfuckers
that.
did not respect that curtain, but there was a curtain there.
One time it's fucking gross, but like motherfuckers like turned it into a slip and slide. Like
Sometimes you gotta get a little silly,
everybody threw the soap in the middle.
carefree.
yo.
There was these two motherfuckers that would be wrestling. Motherfuckers would be like, "Yo, y'all need to
Okay, no,
stop."
that's doing the most.
Yo, but I mean, like,
Ew.
hey, they
Not the
wrestling
time, not the
practice.
place, brother,
Wrestling
man.
practice just ended. Maybe they still chirping, you know, talking a little shit. It's like you can't take me down though.
Especially now there's soap on me.
That's the intro to a motherfucking.
No, that's fine. I feel like just the slip and slide, no physical contact, you know, just some
Yeah, it was like,
carefree
yo, nah, this is the
boy
rest of
joy.
me.
Boy, joy,
But now motherfuckers talking about,
wrestle me.
right, flip a coin, top or bottom.
Hey, yo.
No neutral in the shower rooms is dangerous. You could slip and fall.
Oh my god.
You are right though. You are right.
That's
You
foolish, bro.
what sports did you play back in the day?
I did a bit of. I played soccer when I was little. Then I just started playing, football and basketball. But I never was good enough to like really be on a team, like varsity team, like high school, nothing like that. I did do track. That's the only thing I was a varsity on was track and field. But the only reason why I did track wasn't because I like to run. Because my dad wanted me to do track because he was a track star, and I wasn't that fast, or I really didn't like it that much. So I just found joy in doing triple jump and long jump.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what events you did.
That's all I did.
They would never let me do the field events. I don't know why. They had me running the mile.
Oh,
They said that's what you do. I was only there to stay in shape. Like it
definitely get you in shape.
I wrestled at the time, and it was like middle school. I didn't do it in high school, but I would just off season run track, long distance, and it would keep you in shape. But I'd be like, man, let me get in the long jump or some shit. Because honestly, like in middle school, high school, no way I could have been doing any of those events. But in middle school, I feel like I was right there with everyone else, honestly.
I did actually. I
bro
did.
wasn't fucking with it.
Yeah, I was about to say I did do football in high school, junior year.
Hell yeah.
I was 100% in catching catching everything.
That's fine.
Word.
Two out of
you got
two.
the
Out of
how-
two.
I was about to say how many times they threw it to you.
Hey, still, bro, don't fumble.
two times in one game. That was it. I rode the bench the whole year.
Hey, that's what's
That's
up,
fine.
bro.
I was what you call
Honestly,
a
sounds like they should
practice.
have passed
keep
it
them,
more,
keep
bro.
them stats. Keep them stats.
I was a practice
Right.
star.
Yo, where are you from? What's your like where are your parents from?
Jacksonville, Florida, and St. Augustine, Florida.
That's not what I mean.
Whoa.
Like,
How far back can you go?
Yeah, like how far
Oh,
back
I
can you
guess.
go?
I've never done like this. What is it?
Ancestry. I want to. Me neither.
You look, man. You got these eyes, right?
You say you got the eyes.
I look Asian, don't I?
I thought she was gonna say Filipino or something.
Bro, listen. Here's the thing, and this might sound crazy. I think I do got some Asian in me though, because Mila looks a little Asian. Her eyes.
I don't think.
And I do love Chinese food.
Look at him.
My grandma's, my like mom's mom,
Love
kind of the
Chinese
same.
food.
They call her China, like literally my Cuban grandma, and I feel like we definitely got Asian when you go back further. Who knows?
But you don't know. You ain't do it yet.
I don't know. Like
I wanna do that shit.
I know my grandparents. They're from like Georgia, so like I don't. Something could have happened in the line somewhere. You never know.
you never know.
I don't like. I should do it. I should do it.
I feel the same way. On my dad's side, which I think is mostly like dad's dad is like mostly like German, Irish, and I think grandma's side is like Irish, Scottish. But I'd be very curious because I saw a study maybe like in the last like I don't know 6-7 years or so that was talking about how like basically all the things we like trace our genetics to, how all of those had kind of already mixed at that time. Like we think of them as like blood lines or whatever, you know, like cultural, like a pure like this group of people is from this area of the world, and then they moved here. But then they did a bunch of like genetic studies of I think just like remains and shit like that, and basically even by the time of Rome, like everyone in Europe for the most part had fucked.
There's this
Mixed
one
and
guy
banged.
like I forgot it. There's this guy who had like sex with like
Genghis Khan.
That's the guy.
He's
Yeah.
one of them. I feel like King Henry VIII has a ton of descendants. There's one guy who I think they like stopped, bro, but he like donated so much sperm that like he probably has like some of the most descendants in the world.
That's
or some
OD.
shit.
How?
He
Like,
just died, bro.
why? How would they stop
Donor of the
him?
year.
I think they were just like it posed like a threat to genetics maybe of like an area. Because I think he was from a more remote place in Europe or something.
Yeah,
I remember reading
Damn,
about it.
that's kinda
But they were just
dope.
like, we can't, you know, like
He had to move.
too many
If you wanna
cousins
keep
and
doing
shit
this,
are gonna
you
be
gotta
fucking.
go. You
Yeah.
gotta relocate.
Like too many
You
people
gotta
are gonna be
relocate.
related to you.
So
Nah, that is
It's
kind
not
of crazy.
good.
would you
Like 10
donate
years.
sperm?
I've thought
yeah.
about that. I've always thought about it. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, do I
I
want?
personally don't.
I don't think I could because I would want to know them.
Would you? You'd want to know all of them?
I'm just like, bro, it's my kid. I know, like, I
Is
might
it,
not
though?
be their parent, but they
Okay.
are like my
It's
offspring.
like you. That's your DNA.
Yeah, it's a little
Like,
part of me.
knowing-
out there.
I think it might be better if there's a few more me's out there.
I think so
It's
too.
okay if
but I don't know if I could stay
that's
away.
the part that I don't know him. That's fucked. I understand.
Yeah, I don't think I could
that's
stay
part.
away. I'm like, bro, I want to
They gonna
influence your
find you.
life.
But imagine
Let
just
me
like
mentor you.
pulling up on kids that like look like you,
Right. And what if like, that's what I mean. Like I just see a little motherfucker that looks like me one day, and I'm like,
and you just like I did donate a lot of
Right.
sperm.
Yeah.
could you
that's-
be? Or they see me and they're like,
There was a movie about that. I
I
think.
feel like I got strong
Really?
genes.
Yeah. It's like he used to do it a lot, and then
That's fucked.
the kids started finding him.
That's funny as fuck. Like he wasn't looking for him. They started finding him out of pocket.
I've been watching too much of The Office, but Jan fucking gets like donated sperm, and then Kevin was like, I donated sperm, I wonder if it was the same place, and she was like, oh no, this is a really nice place. And then he says like, oh, over by whatever, and Shorty's just like and then they like cut away, and she's like, Kevin can't be the father, blah blah blah. Like, dang. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, imagine knowing. They gotta tell you.
Do you get like
right?
pictures, or do they just give you like
I don't know
physical attributes?
I've been watching Sex Ed too. I don't know if y'all have heard of Sex Education. It's a Netflix original. It's wild, but honestly, my girlfriend and I love it. But there's a kid on there who has 2 moms, and I think this isn't a spoiler because I'm speculating, but he has always been told that his like I guess biological father was a sperm donor, but he's starting to ask questions, and one of the moms is like being a little weird, and part of me feels like it wasn't a sperm donation. Like maybe there's more to the story. But yeah, I don't know the ins and outs of that shit at all.
Damn.
But respect to that process. I feel like it's dope for people to be able to. There's just so many reasons people can struggle to like start a family. All kinds of different reasons.
I'm the same thing with like the eggs and stuff too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
on the opposite side.
I don't even remember where we left off, honestly.
Donating kids.
Donate kids crazy.
Yeah, donate kids. Look for your nearest sperm charity and make sure to go out and donate. That's the message I'll leave with y'all.
Yeah.
Be healthy before
You got
do
tattoos?
No tattoos. I'm scared of needles.
No tattoos. Not scared of needles. I'm jealous. Do you, Blake? I see one on your arm right now, and I've been like, "What is it?" It looks like photorealistic. Oh hell yeah, yo, that's good.
Preach.
I feel like that's like I'd be scared to get like an
I'm afraid
animal
of
of that
needles
size.
too, but just like psychological shit.
Man, you got through
That
it.
shit was worth it.
Do you
Yeah,
feel
I hate
like
needles.
did it give you the same fear as like if you were gonna get a shot or something, or not really?
One is me visually watching it go in and out. Once
Oh,
I could
don't
just
do
look
that.
at it and
Yeah.
like, you know,
I'm not gonna look
But
at
like
it.
when I see a needle go into my arm and it just keeps going and going and going, I'm like, what,
How
I don't
deep
fuck
are you
with this at
going?
all,
Yeah.
So wait,
going
what?
out needles like this? I'm like, nah.
What are you guys afraid of needles with? Because I'm not afraid of needles. I'm afraid of like blood being drawn, and that does involve a needle. But it's because they're sucking shit out. But I actually don't think they really put a lot of things in me with needles.
It's just like psychological shit. Like I was saying, my pops did heroin, so I just don't fuck with needles.
Yeah.
Mine came from like when I was in preschool. This girl on some crazy stuff, like she bit my lip.
Ooh.
Like I had these stitches.
Okay.
Like, so I don't know what she was on. Like I didn't know what she was on.
Some
but
toddler
she
shit.
wasn't watching something on TV. I don't know. But I went to the emergency room.
Fucking
I had
feral.
a gap in my lip and I had to get
Ooh.
stitches.
Oh
So
my-
like that freaked
She
me
took
out.
a chunk out of your lip.
That sucks.
Shit.
Yeah, she.
Oh, them kind of needles where they. I
Yeah,
ain't
so like
never.
that's always messed me up. That like needles like getting blood and drawn.
I had to get
shots, so,
stitches from my thumb, and that shit was honestly gross.
I had to get stitches on my hand.
I
thumb, too,
didn't
and that
look.
shit sucks.
I just don't really be watching. But I gave blood. I used to always give blood when they would come to the school to get a free Sammy. I was trying to get out of class.
I
and
never
blood.
wanted to do. I was too scared.
I never did it because whenever they try to draw blood
I
for
would
me,
get
that shit
queasy.
I
don't
was
work
never
out.
big enough back then.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it had to be like a certain
Oh,
weight.
dang,
I
no
was just
kidding.
light as fuck. Yeah, nah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
you're not thick enough.
Ain't got enough to give.
For me, I feel like it's like the inner body shit. Like I have my ears pierced too, and I could never get my earrings in on my own because I'd put it in, it wouldn't want to match up and come through. And something about things moving inside my body, I don't fuck with.
That's the drawing blood for me when
Yep.
they got to move the shit
Yep,
around
don't
and they,
fuck with it.
I got
Like if
very
they miss or
prominent
some
they
veins.
flick
shit,
it, and I'd be
yeah.
like, "Yo,
Yeah.
shorty, this you're in me right now.
Right.
Stop."
It feels a little like invasive.
And I hate it. Like I got to do it Tuesday
You gotta
For
give blood.
because I'm doing like a what is it, like life insurance policy thing.
So you just gotta check
Again,
your
another
shit.
thing you gonna have to worry about when you have kids and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to get the blood drawn like exam. So you know they're gonna do all
Yeah, I just
So
did
we
that
gotta
at
see
work.
what you. Yeah.
Damn, and we over here like traumatizing you, talking about how horrible it's gonna be.
Yeah,
You gotta like
scary it
fast the
is.
day before too.
just that morning.
Yeah, okay.
That's cool.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I gotta clean up my body a little bit before I like try to produce children too.
Yeah, it's
Because you know
Definitely
we be
want to.
making sperm like that, so I can do it when I'm ready. But
Right.
Gotta go out and cleanse.
Just be making new sperm all the
yeah, I
time.
feel like I need to
Detox.
go on like a 6th month, like
Detox the body.
really detox my shit, and then be like, all right,
You think the sperm gets stale if you don't use it?
it
Yeah,
dies.
they die
Yeah.
No, like the
in there. They
what
die
you
in
mean?
Oh,
there.
like you talking
Like,
about?
the first one you pop out, like that shit dead?
Wait.
What?
Like if you want your like
if you don't use what? Is it already out?
Oh, no.
Or is it still in
like
there?
the stuff that's in there, if you just
Oh,
like
it dies. It decomposes and it gets recycled.
Doesn't it go out
to
with your
you.
piss too?
I don't even think it even comes out.
Yeah, I don't know if it
It
comes
just
out.
dies
it does
in
it
there?
Like it's in
Yeah.
there, and it's just dying and recycling.
Keeps using that
Yeah,
them resources, just
Yeah.
make more. It's kind of
it's
amazing.
like you got to think of that's energy, bro. Like
Y'all know about like the eggs and shit
this
too,
magazine.
like with shorties.
Yeah,
How like for example, the half of you that was your mother's egg was like made in her ovaries before she was born. Type shit.
like
yeah,
shit's crazy.
yeah. Like
Shorties
they're
already
already
got their
stored.
eggs.
They're
Yeah.
stored.
That's crazy.
eggs.
Part
They
of
have
you
so
was
many
already
type
like
shit. It's crazy.
physically manifested before your mother was even
Dang,
alive.
that's kind of wild.
Yeah, I hate when people are like, where you come from? My dad's balls.
Nah.
Technically,
My mom's eggs, motherfucker.
And then that's also interesting, like the flip side of it, of like this, how spontaneous the other half of you comes into existence. Like,
you don't know which one gonna make it.
right?
yeah, that's
That
why
shit
you
crazy.
just
It's
like
war. That's
shoot
why
out a
we've
bunch
been
of them.
Hustlers.
That's
since the
not
day.
true, because people be like, "Oh, you were the first sperm." You were like, you weren't in the very beginning. The very beginning is what like burst through the egg, and then you kind of like this.
You survived.
Technically,
For real?
you weren't an A+ student. You were like a C student.
I
It's the
didn't know
C
that.
students that make it. It's not the first one. The first one's just
But
like
yeah, you don't have to get there
breaking
first.
that
You
shit
gotta
up.
be the
One,
you gotta be the Akius.
I don't think so.
You're the first one there because
You gotta get in.
But you got to be smart though because you
So-
didn't go off rip.
Because if
first.
not, once they busted it open, all the ones that reached it at that point would be like, all right, twins, triplets, quadruplets.
Nah,
blah, blah, blah.
once they bust it open, I think this is from my understanding. Even though this is like a weird like visual aid, I feel like it's like they're all running right. They're running right. Say it's like a brick wall, right, and then they hit the brick wall, and then like they chipped away at it, but then they fell off, and then they keep chipping away at it, and then the one motherfucker just gets straight through.
no,
That was you.
What if there's people after that?
But it's different than that. It's not. That's the wrong visualization.
Wrong
Put us
visual
on.
aid. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
I
tell
feel like
us.
you're the
All
only
right.
one that's
Tell
done
us,
So
it.
this is
Mr.
how
I
it really
got
goes
kids.
down.
You really did that shit, bro.
That's how it really goes down, right? So you got to think of it like it's a war zone, right? So
Wow.
it's like they all rushing into this cave, but they don't know what's in that cave. You got the
They
cave.
just went in.
They're
the
fighting
cave.
in the
They
dark.
just they fighting in the dark. They just all run in there. There's a shiny glow at the end of
Shooting.
this cave, and that's the egg, and they got to get there. But on the way there, there's some sperm that die off because they wasn't
Right.
strong enough in the first place. You got the cave itself has different traps and things grabbing at sperms and
Kinky.
taking them apart. But you got this one egg that's able to maneuver its way,
Adrian Peterson.
whatever, and it finally is the first one that touches the egg is what gets pulled in. Like the first one that touches the egg gets pulled in.
Yeah, you got to make that
So it's a
contact.
But you
cave?
gotta
It's not a wall.
It's
yeah,
a cave.
it's a cave.
Well, the coochie is the cave.
You feel me?
You're thinking of the wall as the egg.
Because like from what I was told,
not like we can't, but
it's very
it's too
easy
serious.
for like sperm to die. Like as soon as sperm touches air, it's dead. You know, so like what he's
Yeah.
saying, it's really hard for it to actually
said, "Ay."
get to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a crazy like thing, and I like. So like what you said, right? The sperm dies once like air touches it. You know, what if shorty like queefed up? You know, full of air.
It could potentially kill your sperm, I guess.
Just kill it. So like that's like natural. Like
It's like a thunder gun.
I don't think that's going like that.
not that air.
I mean, most people are ejaculating in, you're pretty deep.
If you
You're
queef
not like
at the
pulling
right
out.
time,
I mean,
I don't know.
potentially there's enough.
Well,
back
no,
and
the
forth.
queef is the air coming out.
Yeah,
so
so
like
it
if
might
there's no queef, it's already
push it
in
in.
there. You know, like the air just.
And one thing you gotta realize too, and that's what you gotta be careful with, is that sperm lasts in there for like days.
What you mean last in
They
there?
lasting. They just hanging around waiting. If the egg ain't there yet, they just wait around for it to come down. So that's why you gotta be careful. Like
So you gonna fuck around the house?
It's not about just like
watching the clock.
That's why you can't just use the app. You can't just use the tracker.
Yeah, that's how the first one came for me. I was over there trying to calculate it on the app.
No.
Nah.
Yo, today's a good day.
Yeah, facts.
We got a week left.
We got a week left. No, that thing will stay in there
Motherfuckers
for a
got in there and
week.
they said-
So what y'all doing hanging around? Y'all brought your book bags and briefcases and stuff, staying for the weekend? Like,
Yeah.
just
That's
waiting.
freaky.
If there was, well, okay, I guess before I ask this question, do you want more kids?
I'm going to be 2 and done.
2 and done.
Getting clipped.
Okay,
That's a
you
good
getting
Are
clipped?
I'm going to get clipped.
That was my question. Would you do like male birth control, but like
Pretty much, yeah, that is
Snip,
what it
You
is.
getting clipped?
I'm going to get snip. Everybody I know did it.
who
Don't
do you
do the
know?
Michael
I
Scott.
mean, I hang around
bro.
older people, so
They got.
They
Can
got
you
clipped.
unsnip it though?
you can. Apparently, there's a way.
It's just it's
Michael-
not
Michael
100% that you
Yeah.
produce.
But
that's
after once
fine.
they retire your shit.
Right.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
you're
like
you're
long-term.
saying,
But that's
But
better
for
than
you,
like a
100%.
woman getting her tubes tied or like her being on like
My
medicine
mom
and stuff
did
like
that
that.
shit.
why? I'm asking why. What's the difference
It might be
between
less
two
The
dangerous.
styles?
hormonal
Well,
balance
one's
for a
more
woman.
Invasive.
invasive. Yes. Yeah.
Like clipped?
No.
When you say clipped and
Getting your
tied,
tubes tied, like it's like a whole surgery that has to happen. Like for a guy, the guy gets in there, done.
what you mean? Do it where?
Your vast
sack.
deference, brother.
Fast.
Your sack? They
sack.
cut your
H.O.
sack open?
Well, yeah, they do
I mean,
that.
that
They
little
gotta
small
get in there.
insertion, they say.
He said, I haven't seen it yet. Fuck. I believe in you.
Studying it up.
I'm scared.
I would be too.
I do feel like the recovery is a lot
I'm like,
chilly.
it's like, dang.
Yeah, they talk you into
She
it. They're like,
said-
it's not that bad.
I always be, bro. I just keep thinking about the fucking Office. This man Michael got the vasectomy, reversed it, got it again, reversed it again.
Bro.
They got it
Can
again.
you do that? Can you just like?
I don't know. if
Can
they'll
you
let
just,
I don't know
like-
if it
that
really
many
can even do-
times
yeah.
they might be like,
Because really, when you do
Just
it in
keep
the
them
first
tied.
place, they tell you like, "Are you sure you want to do this? Like, you got to sign a whole bunch of waivers. My wife has to sign the waiver. Everything."
Your wife.
Damn. They're like, are
That makes sense that you're married. I guess that means. What if you're a
Right.
single man?
Then it's just you.
Okay,
Your
alright.
mama
Alright,
got.
he's
Your
trying-
mama got.
You're legally binded at that point.
No,
I guess that
I
makes
just-
sense. You
That's
know.
fucked up.
Yo, that's actually I didn't
What is
think
she
about
signing
that.
though?
The
Signing-
wife that she knows,
That she-
because
That
imagine
she's aware.
Imagine
Yeah.
he's like,
Oh.
babe, I don't know what's going on. Like I keep trying, we're not
Yeah,
having
like,
this
we
kid.
can't have kids.
But low key,
That's still him. He's
Right, so
a man.
you
That's
can
his
do that.
person, though.
Yeah.
What, I understand
kinda like-
legally as a bond,
But, like, the
both
mom,
ways,
like, should be
people
known.
be saying it's fucked up whenever women can't get like certain procedures done, whether it's directly to stop having babies or not, because like doctors will be like, well, what if your husband, what if y'all want to have
Oh,
kids later?
true.
Even if the woman's just like, I don't want kids
with
ever.
the tube tied, do you gotta
Probably.
sign
I'm
off on that too?
You do.
I'm
But you know
sure
what's
you do,
crazy?
yeah.
Like adopt, like you know, like a woman, you know, choosing to, you know, not proceed with having the baby. They can just do it on their own.
Yeah,
They don't
that
have to
is-
get
that
signatures
is a
from the
difference.
mother. Because my you know, pretty much my father-in-law, he kind of went through that. Like his wife, ex-wife, that's the reason one reason why they got divorced was because she, you know, got rid of the baby and he wanted the baby.
Yeah. that's
Oh,
tough.
and it's her body, that shit.
Yeah.
Which I kind of err on the side of that both ways, like for fucking vasectomies too or whatever. Like I think you should be able to get that shit if it's what you want for yourself,
yeah.
regardless of what your partner says. Because
Yeah.
if they don't like it, like
I mean, it's yeah.
Right.
you gotta
Right.
go. I guess
It's
like
their
this
body.
is what I want for my body.
Your body, your choice.
Well, I don't think they have to sign off to like allow you. I think it's probably just like a
Probably if it's a required
just like
signature,
you
though.
have like you can't like I think like being legally married you can't like
Sneak it.
not disclose that information.
Right.
Well, if
Like
it's-
you
well,
can't do that
yeah.
You
secretly.
can't do it secretly. Right. I think
It is tough though because
I'm gonna read.
I
I would love to read what it says in there. Like,
Yeah.
what are you signing?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious.
I don't know what
Yeah.
it says.
I think it's just like knowledge. Like
Yeah.
I know.
Like,
I'm aware of
a
it.
little checkbox after you download an app or something.
because what if it's like, do you want him to? And they're like, no, and they're like, you didn't get enough votes.
Yeah, right. Like, what is a vote system? Like,
Right. When I wonder if the signature is like they have to confirm they're okay with it or not. You can
Dave-
probably look it up.
Dave
And it might
Chappelle.
be different places.
Wait, what?
Like the laws might be different.
Oh,
different
yeah,
I'm
states
sure.
and shit.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle has this fucking joke where he was like, her body, her choice. I get it. I 100% agree with it. But my money, my choice. Like, you can't put him on child
No,
support
facts.
if he didn't want to do that. And it's ridiculous.
No, that
But
is kind of
fucking
crazy.
hilarious.
Though. That is,
Shit.
yeah.
when
I
you
mean,
think about it.
It's like we gotta figure out like what's right, what's wrong in a sense. Like how do you manage this?
I feel like when my boy told us he had a kid, he was hella just like, I don't know how it happened. I'm just like, bro, it's only one way to make babies, bro. Like,
I don't know how it happened.
If you don't want to have a
gotta
kid,
guess.
you can't do that thing.
Right.
You can't do the only process in the world
Yeah.
that is known to do one thing, and that's make babies.
Yeah.
There's other reasons we do it, but like, it's the only way to make babies for the most part, or some version of it, some simulator version of it, or it's also like, basically, yeah, you're gonna have a baby if you do it.
Having babies is crazy.
It's magic, bro.
It's like
It
it is magic, but sometimes when
wild.
like it's just like crazy to think about like, whoa,
Growing
fucking babies, growing people.
That's just wild.
That we could do that, like
That's even possible. Yeah, you can just make more.
right? Like that's fucking
Where are they coming
nuts.
from?
Fucking nuts.
Yeah, I be thinking about that shit. I'm like, out of all, all the information we have from like all the religions, all the science, we can kind of explain like how shit happens, but we still don't really get why. And like we can explain parts of how it happens. Like we know the process, we know like what materials go into it, what comes out of it, all that shit. But like the fact we can grow a person, and then when it comes out, it fucking like lives and then thinks and feels shit.
And then can
crazy,
just
bro.
make its own people one day.
Right, and then do it all over.
Like just a
again.
renewable resource.
Just keep like creating life. And
What's
that
left?
shit's
What's
nuts.
left for them to see?
Right.
I mean, the way we moving,
Honestly,
global
though,
warming and all that stuff.
it's cycles and shit with every species population. They sometimes they overuse shit. Shit gets scarce. Motherfuckers die off, and then the population decreases.
Elon not trying to go to Mars for no reason.
Let
I'm
him have
just
it,
saying.
bro. Please go to Mars.
I'm just saying he's trying to. What's going on?
I feel like honestly, if all the richest people in the world went to Mars,
Why do you think it's gonna be the richest people go to Mars?
How
Because
else
you
do
gotta be
they
able to
get them
afford
there?
it.
Oh, you think like they're just gonna get some
Ain't no
brokies and put them on a ship?
Yeah,
I just feel like
it's
they're
gonna
not
get
gonna
to
do
the
that.
point where people are gonna have to go, and
they're gonna ship the
understands this.
brokest people out.
Yeah,
That's-
just like on a test subject.
that's
Okay, well,
fucked
think
up.
about how many people have nothing here. you
I mean,
know?
sis, if you agree
People
to
are
do it,
gonna
which
be
is
willing
fucked
to
up.
I think
go
gonna be
to
anybody who
Mars.
agrees to go because people already signed up
They're
for
like,
it.
hey,
I couldn't-
it's
I don't
free.
think I could take the rocket ride, bro. I'd shit myself.
Am I
And that shit
tripping?
like months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
They probably let you. Oh yeah, they probably.
It's so expensive to
God
go right now.
dang.
That's why I
Yeah.
think about the richest people.
Now, right?
Yeah.
But once it's a thing, if
Right.
it
It
becomes
could
a thing,
change.
it's not gonna be the richest people
Yeah, we'll see.
for sure.
I'm curious.
Wait, you said something. What'd you say?
I was saying, am I tripping? Like, I remember being like middle school and like the teachers passed out like a slip saying like, check yes or no, would you ever like go to Mars or something like that, like out of space or whatever.
They passed out a slip.
It's cool.
Yes, like I remember
Yes, sir. You
getting
still
Is
got
this
your
in
signature,
Florida?
buddy.
no, this was here. It was here, and I remember doing it, and I was
That's
like,
crazy.
I wonder what was the point of this, right? And
Now
it's like
they
here
got
we
your
are.
shit, yeah.
For real, they
I
got
put
you.
no.
You said no.
I said
Now
no.
when the ship
That's
comes,
why-
you're
It's
gonna have
not,
to
Right.
legally, it's not legally binding.
Like, are they already like getting names,
I was
like
too
figuring out
young.
who all go?
That
But
shit is crazy.
no, that's wild. I mean, yeah, Elon just on a different level. on
I
what he
don't think
does.
we're really overpopulated like they try to make it think.
I think what's
We're
weird though is like
over-consuming,
he's like,
for
let's go to
sure.
Mars. We're overpopulated, but then he's like, you need to have kids. We're depopulating. Like what? I want to go
Make
to
it make
Mars.
sense.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I've seen a lot of people talk about that, like the myth of overpopulation, and also like how they're saying that birth rates are rapidly declining or whatever. Which, I mean, there's like reasons behind both of those trends. There's definitely as like overpopulated areas, and then there's also declining birth rates, but also like why it's probably different in each area too, the birth rate, and then it's also like people are living longer. Education has definitely gone up compared to like, I don't know, 500 years ago or some shit. So I feel like in general, I think trends show that the more education people get, the less kids they have. And like especially when you don't like have like farm or like land that you need worked, you don't really need to have as many kids.
I agree with you. I don't think it's really people that is the issue. It's going to be resources.
Yeah, it's consumption. We're over consuming, no doubt. Which we
And
have
we're
been.
wasting, like,
yeah, we
fucking,
have been for
bro.
a time. We're gonna have to get it together.
We'll need real systems in place, or those things will happen. you
I
know?
feel like
100%.
we've kind of seen similar things on a smaller scale with like feudal system era and like lords and ladies and all that shit. And class differences, and I feel like they had to to get out of the feudal system. People had to start making self-sufficient communities, so you weren't relying on your overlord or whatever for your resources, which is kind of corporations now. And I feel like that's really the only way you can get back to it, which that's already a trend people talk about, even with just small living or making your own crops or shit.
Bro, it's crazy how many people just have a backyard, you know?
Yeah.
Any other country, they're growing stuff.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I feel like I'm definitely trying to get on my
It should be law, you know?
Growing That
you
You
gotta
gotta grow
grow
some
something.
form of your own vegetables
right.
in
You
your
gotta
yard.
you gotta do something.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy that you're just allowed to and people just don't. It's like, yeah,
Right.
you can
The
just
education's really not there though. I feel like the
Yeah.
education's lacking. You
For
gotta
sure.
be in FFA or some Future Farmers of America or some shit.
do you though?
You don't have to be, but in school they're not pushing that as hard as they're pushing algebra.
True.
They could be having if you studied.
You know how much I
tending
would
to the
use that
land,
skill of
Yeah.
farming rather than...
They should have you out there doing that.
Right.
I
shit
mean, I use
every
math
day.
frequently now.
Not, yeah,
but
and you can
not
use the
every
math
day.
in farming, but
You're
maybe
right.
that's a better way to teach it. Get people out there farming and shit. Be like, you got this many animals, each one needs this many pounds of feed or whatever, or just
Yeah.
shit like that. Square footage shit. When you're building barns, you could get in all kinds of shit with geometry and whatnot. I'm trying to build a barn. My dad actually wanted to build a building, but it was with my brother too, and that just sounds like a gross process for us to have to do together. And so we ended up buying one, and I still want to build one though, maybe just for myself.
You guys bought a barn?
He bought not a big barn, but a
Shell.
I want to say a shed, but it's probably bigger than this space.
Oh, at his crib?
Yeah, not as tall, obviously, but probably maybe this width, and it's just a little bit deeper. Or a little bit less in width, a little bit deeper. I'm inspired by Grandpa, bro.
He's a real one.
I just feel like I always saw him cook. That's his grandpa, and man was always building shit.
He still
Patio,
does.
shed,
Dang.
mailbox.
Recently, my grandma went to Jamaica, and then since she was gone, he took all the kitchen cabinets apart just to sand them and paint them.
wow.
I saw the new color. I was like, they definitely redid
He had
the
to wait till
cabinets.
she was gone. He planned that.
Yeah,
That's
literally
for that shit.
the before she got to the airport, everything was just all over the kitchen counters.
Yo,
and
he
shit.
didn't waste no time.
And it was literally just yo, you
been
can't
waiting.
cook for.
That's her kitchen, you know. You can't
Yeah.
mess with it until she's gone.
If she would have been there for that, she would have had a heart attack. She hates nothing not
Does she
being in
like
the
it
right
now?
spot. Yeah, she loved it.
How's it
But
look?
the process
That's cute.
looked
Yeah,
crazy.
it gotta get ugly before it gets pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
because he
sure.
was it was there was no doors on shit. He was sanding it down and putting that base layer, and that base layer not really hitting. It's
Shit
just
ugly.
Yeah, it's just looking dusty. But yeah, he snapped
It
it.
looked
Then
good, yeah.
It was a cherry or something before, right?
it was
Like a
it was
reddish. What is
wooden.
it now?
Yeah, and now it's blue. He even some of the cabinet doors, he cut the wood out and then just replaced it with glass and shit. So now some of them you can see through. It was pretty cool.
Go off, Grandpa.
He didn't
thanks.
explain what he was doing either. It was just happening.
Just happening.
My boy Hunter's dad was the same way, just always doing the same thing, built a back porch, put a little built-in grill out there, made a little koi pond or some
Hell
shit.
yeah.
Fucking would do the same thing in the house, change rooms into. He turned a little small office space of a house into a wine cellar, and that shit was nice.
Oh yeah.
What's
I
the
like
dad
that.
projects you've been building?
I don't do projects.
No, you just be
Like,
flipping
I
the
hire.
houses. You said I hire.
No, but if anything, it just really was just putting toys together for Mila.
Yeah.
For real. Just her car, her little jungle gym, her slide, trampoline, little stuff like that, just so that she has something to do.
Dad,
But
jobs.
yeah, I don't do no carpenter work or nothing crazy like
yeah,
that.
I need to learn that
I
shit.
feel
My
that.
dad knows it, but I don't know a lot of that shit. I
Yeah.
think he did woodwork in school. That's they took a lot of those classes out. A lot of the
Yeah.
self-sufficient trades and shit like that. They
Yeah.
cut the funding.
My patience is not there for stuff like that.
I can't.
Yeah, I can
I
get
enjoy
locked
it
in.
when I'm doing it and when it's done, but when it's not going the right
It's
way
funny.
during
A lot of
it.
things I don't have the patience for, but projects like that, I be getting locked in and
Oh, yeah.
seeing it through.
Yeah.
I used to get in trouble in school because in art class, I took art class every semester, and there'd be days where we might be doing notes or some shit, and they'd be like, all right, you got 20, 30 minutes left to work on some shit. I'm not working on some shit for 20 minutes. I feel like I need to lock in and really work on it. I feel like that's how Grump would be too. I feel like that's how a lot of dads be. They just be like, I need everyone to get away from me. Let me do this for like a couple hours or days or whatever, and it'll be awesome. Just leave me alone.
You gotta build something. You gotta build your kid something. You got a dog yet?
It'll happen.
I don't plan
Maybe
on
a
building
birdhouse.
I got a cat right now. The only thing that the thing I need to do right now is like, so the cat needs like a little like,
You can build
what's
a
those
little
little doors, cat doors?
Oh yeah,
Cat
I don't know
doors.
how to do that.
I gotta take the doors off, cut the
Hole in it, yeah.
put the thing on.
You
it,
can't
put it
cut the
back.
hole while the door's on.
That'd be hard.
I don't think I could.
For real? I
Yeah.
figured if it's like closed and locked, that might be easier.
Just you need really
It's a big
specific
saw.
tools.
Yeah, like you need
Yeah.
that saw that thing that goes like this, but like I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Like
I feel like you can wait
Doors
until the kid's
or-
bigger and be like, build something with me.
Yeah.
yeah.
Doors are surprisingly like not as hard
Yell
to
at them
cut
for
through as
holding
you
the
probably
flashlight
think.
wrong.
It looked like it'd be hard.
Yeah, it's not. Like you really, if you think about it, you're really not that safe behind a door.
It's gotta be heavy.
Like a motherfucker could really just kick that shit down.
Nah, facts.
A lot of deadbolts too. The screws are like tiny,
Yeah,
so
they're, like,
you
really
can kick
small.
that in. It'll just come out the fucking
Yeah.
thing.
It's like, if
you
I'm
gotta
getting
put them
inside your house,
long
I can get
johns
inside
in
your
there.
Oh well, you mean your
Oh no, it's not the outside door. It's the inside door.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to
One
say like,
of the-
outside doors are a little more.
One of the doors is like the
sturdy.
garage door, like that aluminum
Okay.
type. So I don't know how that's gonna be cutting it, but
Where you keep your kitty litter box.
in that basement,
Okay.
like she got her own little crib down there.
We got a bathroom.
I had the bathroom. Like again, the house I had in Concord, she shared the bathroom with us. So like we had like a little
Yeah, we got like a little
thing,
box. Man,
Kid
growing
litter
up, my
everywhere.
cat smelled so much worse, and I feel like it's just like what they ate. I mean, don't get me wrong, it never smells like good. They're shitting and peeing, but I feel like it's not like it. I used to not want to go in the bathroom with the litter when like growing up and had kittens. My cats are not like that. no
Yo,
more.
does my house smell like cat?
Nah,
shit?
not when I've been there.
Nah, your cat litter is like out the way.
I think it's the robot though, because I never really.
You got the auto shit?
Yeah, usually you get used to the smell, so that's why like I never really know if it smells. You
The
gotta have
robot
like
makes a
someone come over.
difference.
But yeah, I got like a robot shit. After she shits, it
We've
goes
thought
down.
about getting that. We got the auto feeder.
It was expensive, bro, but it was worth it. It is. If you
Yeah.
only got one though, I
We
only
got
one
two.
cat. Yeah. See, that's the thing too. Some cats are weird about sharing.
Oh,
And
they
then, like,
already
the
share, so
size.
they'd probably be good.
So
They don't
I'm-
share at the same time.
I'm not crazy. I like cats, but I'm just not crazy about litter boxes.
Yeah.
I feel you.
like-
Get the auto.
It's
shit
easy.
like
Cats
that.
are easy to maintain
You
than
never
dogs,
have to
though.
ever worry about it.
Yeah, but my dog's just like.
You got to take your dog out, take him on walks.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
shit
but she's
outside.
just like, I mean, she's chill. She's actually not that chill. She's not. she's lit. I like cats are definitely way more like low maintenance.
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
saying.
they
more.
can be.
They're a lot more.
They can be when they
Some
throw
cats
up
are
or
wild as fuck,
shit
too,
somewhere.
though.
Like, bro, I went on vacation, came back to the house. Somebody closed the bathroom door, so like she couldn't get to her equipment the
Oh
whole
no.
time. I go into my room,
Probably should
The bed.
everywhere.
the bed, like
Yeah.
right in
Eat
the
on
middle
it.
too. Like
Yeah.
what? Right in the middle, like a pile of it.
Fuck that.
I heard
man.
that your cat will do that, or your animal will do that, because that's where they feel safest. Because like they're trying to hide their scent. That's why they use the litter box, because like it has that scent. So they're like, all right, I can shit here safely. Like ain't
I hate
nobody
that.
gonna know I've been here.
Right, like come on,
hate
that's
that.
the bed.
I know you love me, but damn.
Y'all be snuggling your cat too much, I
That's
guess.
crazy.
Man.
I had cats and dogs growing up, so once one of them peed on something, bro, they
It's
all
over with.
fucking
They're-
pee
It's like a
on
fire
me.
hydrant.
That shit sucked.
Yeah, she had like my cat got like anxiety or something. Like I mean, I feel it,
separation
but like throwing up everywhere.
She just be like, where are they?
Like the way they groom too, they're just always fucking puking up their hair and shit.
That's what mine does it. Yeah, it's not too often, but like
Right,
it's
it's not
just
super often. I'll
out
just
of
be like,
nowhere.
bro.
It's just there she goes.
I step
It
in
looks
there,
What,
something
crazy.
like-
what are
yo.
your like my dog when she throws up? I think she thinks she's not allowed to. Like not that we're excited about it, but she be like trying to hide and shit. Like what do your animals do when they throw
Try
up?
to eat it.
My cat runs for sure.
Runs
She
away.
probably thinks she's not doing something she's not supposed to.
Nah.
That's how Essie is. And my dog be like hiding under tables and shit. And I be trying to like get her to like get her somewhere, and she be like running from me, like thinking
Cats are
I'm about
hella
to.
casual about that shit.
Yeah.
They will just fucking puke and will just be
Word.
like,
It's too often.
yeah. I feel like it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's only really one of them eats wet food too fast, and also has longer fur, so I feel like she just pukes more. It's not that often, but she don't give a fuck when she does it.
Bro,
Yeah.
a cat's face when they're puking is the craziest
I know, it's
shit
disgusting.
ever. It's like they're trying to fall out of their face.
I
It's
hate
like
it.
It's being pulled
I
back.
hate
It's
it so
fucking
much.
crazy,
What?
bro. Because they're like trying so hard to get whatever's out of their belly. They're like, it's
They-
like a throw up, but
yeah.
like.
They
It's just the
look
way their
ugly.
face
Putting
is
a lot of
made,
energy
bro.
into
It
it, I
looks great.
guess.
I'll try to record it one day for you. You just gotta
I
be
hate
there.
it so much.
That sounds crazy. Yeah, before we let you skedaddle, we have a tradition here
Uh-oh.
where the guest does a freestyle rap.
Why do I have to do that?
That is not a tradition.
I am not a rapper.
Why do I
We've
have
never asked any
Why
rappers to
do I have
do
to
it,
do
but
that?
we do need one.
Yeah,
from
we've had
you.
multiple rappers.
We do need one from you. Am I the
First
first
verse.
person who's not a rapper on the show?
No.
Nah,
Oh.
You'd be the first
think it's
person
been
to spit
pretty,
a verse,
like,
too.
you're gonna be the first rapper.
That's
There's been a lot of
terrible.
episodes I have not been here for, but I feel like it's been super diverse, honestly.
For real.
Yeah.
For just like as far as like what people look like, where they come from, and what they're doing. Like it's been people like that fight. People.
I would
in, like,
say the core, yeah,
analytics,
fighting in music, and then
Entrepreneurship.
yeah, just
And
people
where we
doing
tie
shit.
off.
Yeah. People
So-
like doing what they want to do
I'm honored to be here.
with their life.
it's
Hell
great
yeah,
having you.
honor to
It's
have
great
you.
catching up.
That's why we like need that freestyle rap.
I was
bro.
trying to get around it. I ain't gonna lie.
You
They don't know beat, no nothing. Like
Acapella as fuck.
acapella.
Yo, throw some crickets on.
My name is MCG. It's the place to be. I used to live in Jackson, now I live in NC.
Ugh.
Nikes on my feet. You can't be me. Girls on my feet, man, they want Gucci.
Oh,
shit. Hey,
Fendi,
like,
Prada.
comment, and subscribe, man. It don't get any better than this.
Water.
Bringing
Peace
it to
out.
you here twice
sir.
weekly.